Hey guys, Sean here again with Breyer Home Buyers, and today we're going to go over, will selling your house cost you money? The mindset is that people typically believe that selling their house is going to make them a lot more money, but typically people don't go into the math behind what it actually costs for each item throughout the whole selling process. So the first one is agent commissions. Agent commissions are going to cost you roughly 6% if you're selling your property. You have to pay 3% for the buying agent and 3% for the selling agent, which is a total of 6%. If you have a $100,000 property, it's $6,000 that'll cost you. If you have a $300,000 property, it's $18,000 that's going to cost you just for agent commissions. If you sell with us, you don't have to pay any agent commissions, saving you $6,000 to $18,000. You're also going to have agent fees. Those vary per agency, so depending on the company that you go with, fees are associated with that. We didn't go in and look up what fees are associated with each company. You'll just have to figure that out once you go talk to an agent yourself. You have closing costs through the title company, all the paperwork, etc. That's typically going to cost you 2%. So with a $100,000 house, you're looking at $2,000. With a $300,000 house, you're looking at $6,000 just in closing cost. If you sell to a professional home buyer, you don't have to pay closing costs. The way we structure it is we make our buyers or the investors pay closing costs for our sellers. So if you're selling to us and we buy it or we partner with an investor, somebody on our end is paying those closing costs for you. You have holding costs while you're selling your property. If you are on the market for 2 months just to get the property under contract, and then you're also waiting for 1 to 2 months for the bank lending to come through for your end buyer, you can be holding your property for an extra, say, 4 months. You have to pay for the mortgage for that time. You have to pay for property taxes, utilities, lawn care, maintenance, etc. All those costs add up over those 4 months or 5 months, or up to a year. It can be, just depends on the market. If you sell with a professional home buyer, we can come in and buy your house in as little as 10 days. 10 to 30 days is the typical time frame, so your holding costs are reduced significantly. When you go to prepare to sell your home, you will typically have to paint your home, do the repairs, so like carpet, painting, rehabbing of the bathroom, bringing everything up to date in the kitchen, clean out all the junk, pack up all your stuff. With us, when you sell to a professional home buyer, you don't have to do any of that stuff. You can just take what you want and walk away from the property, saving you lots of money and time and energy. If you deal with inspections when you go to sell your property, a retail buyer, somebody's going to come in and live in that property. That's their point of negotiation. So when you go through the inspection process, they're always going to find something. That's their job as an inspector, is to find every single little thing. And then your retail buyer is going to push back on you as you're selling it and say they want a reduction in price. So you're either going to have to give them a credit and reduce your selling price, or you're going to have to go through and fix all of those items that the seller wants you to fix, or the buyer wants you to fix. You also will have storage and moving costs. If you don't get rid of all your stuff, you will have to move it and store it. Selling to us, you can take what you want, like I mentioned before. You don't have to deal with all of the extra stuff that you don't want. You don't have to put it in storage for a few months until you figure out where you're going to live next, or indefinitely leaving it in storage costing you money. You don't have to spend as much money on moving costs. I know we just moved recently, and to have a crew come in of 2 guys in a truck, it was going to cost us $7,000 to move our entire house. We ended up going with a pod, and that was still $3,000 for the duration of our moving. So those storage and moving costs can be very significant. So selling with a professional home buyer has its advantages. It can save you a lot of money, that people don't really anticipate that their spending costs are going to be. But yeah, if you want to learn more about how we can help you through the selling process, go to the link below and fill out a form and we'll get in contact with you. Thank you.